Ian Hendon there on the right, and the vastly experienced Ray Warburton, 36 now, the Aldershot talisman there, centre-back. But there's a lot of experience in both these sides, in particular Barnet. Aldershot have a lot of youngsters. Manager Terry Brown has a reputation of really breeding youngsters early and developing them into highly skilled players. So the conditions wet, to say the least, but mercifully the rain has ceased and the match is live next.
This week, Jordan goes from the jungle to zoo. Zoo! All the weekly goodness a man needs.
Since he was little, his father told him the incredible stories of his life. But somewhere between the witches, the giants, and the magic lies the adventure of a lifetime.
I love you and I will marry you!
Nominated for 7 BAFTAs, including Best Film and an Academy Award. Big Fish.
At HMV, you can now get 3 for £20 on great combinations of CDs and DVDs. Get Red Dragon with Coldplay and Save the Last Dance, or The Bourne Identity with Norah Jones and Scooby-Doo. You choose the combination you want from hundreds of quality titles. A great offer on great combinations. 3 for £20 on CDs and DVDs at HMV. Top dog for music and DVD.
The greyhound runs at 40 miles an hour and lives for 12 years. The pronghorn antelope runs at 60 miles an hour but lives for a mere 11 years. The cheetah, fastest animal on earth, lives just 10 years. Now consider the giant tortoise. He toddles along a bit. He has a little break, walks a bit more. He has another little break. He travels at approximately 0 miles an hour, but lives for 200 years.
Have lots of little breaks with new Kit Kat cubes.
And they're off! It's a good start. The Americans out of his blocks the quickest. Being chased down by us the end of the race.
Drugs in Sport, an investigation in the Observer Sport Monthly this Sunday with the Observer.
They don't care about much. Criminals. Apart from getting caught, give them half a chance and they'll have it. This bloke got careless. He left his bag on his car seat.
Cheers! Never leave your stuff on show. Don't give them an easy ride.
Can't wait for Super League? Get ready for the new season in association with Stan James. Coming soon live only on Sky Sports.
Go Paul! Behind the 6!
5, 6, 7, 8. Go, Paul. Go, Paul. Go, Paul.
Welcome back to the recreation ground. Are going to get this match underway, lying in 3rd in the conference. Aldershot only behind them by way of a 1-goal inferior goal difference. Identical records these two have got this season. And a really entertaining match in prospect here. I think the pitch, Clive, certainly is going to play a part here.
Well, you think so. I mean, at the moment, thankfully, the rain has stopped. It was belting down about half an hour ago, but it stopped, and it seems to have ceased. And if it starts again, it's going to cause lots of problems. But I think the wetness of the pitch is going to add to the game a little bit of spice. Just hope the referee's a bit relaxed on some of the tackles early on. You're going to get 1 or 2 slightly mistimed because of the conditions, and I hope he sets off with a good game.
Dave Phillips from West Sussex is the man in charge. challenge, and there'll be plenty of those. As Aaron McLean went to ground, but Sills is a danger in the air.
I was just looking at Tim Sills there just after I think Matt Redmile told him he was there. He came in from behind, leant all over him, just had a quick word with the referee. Wasn't too happy with the challenge, and I think Matt Redmile, there he is, he just let him know he was there.
As the free kick is swung in, header won by an Aldershot head. A little bit of space now for McLean. Works it wide now for Lee Charles. In by Miller. Good early start from Aldershot, who have been scoring goals for fun this season. They're averaging 2 per game in the conference this season. Leaking 1 or 2 too many for Terry Brown's liking as Grazioli tries to find a way through, but Antwi with some excellent covering. And the back pass needs to be true, and that is a risky job tonight for defenders and goalkeepers alike. As Ademola Bankole, the man they nicknamed George, gets his first clearance away. Playing only his second match for Barnet on loan from Crewe. Helped forward by Grazioli. Now Warburton. Charles held up there by Hendon. Now Maddox. Ian Hendon again, the Barnet captain. There's work here for Sterling. Safety first from Dominic Sterling.
Just seen early on, Aldershot tried to pass the ball about in that midfield. Got to be careful, a little bit sticky in 1 or 2 patches. Don't want to leave your pass short.
Hendon. Time for the cross. And the snapshot from Ben Strevens caused no problems for the Aldershot goal. He's weighed in with 7 goals this season. Good to see him back at full fitness. He had a life-threatening blood disorder last season. Ben has been a long-time servant, the longest current serving player for Barnet. Nicky Ball, who's been brought back into the Aldershot goal at the expense of Richard Barnard. Poor clearance by Bull. Kept in by Hatch. Cause any problems from Simon Clist, who's just been signed by Martin Allen from Bristol City to bring some extra energy to the Barnet midfield. The 38-year-old Barnet manager, nicknamed Mad Dog in his playing days. In his first managerial role and making a great fist of it. And Bull is having a lot of problems, as we've seen already, with those goal kicks.
Oh, I don't know what he was waving at there. I think he was suggesting that the wind's in his face, but 2 poor strikes from the deck. I think we'll have to do a bit better than that.
Strevens almost found a way through. Redmile, who was forced the throw. Big lad.
It's an understatement, Kevin. He's enormous. Pleased with him as well, Matt, though. He has got good feet. I mean, for a big lad, you know, he got some good touches on him, good close control. Does like to pass the ball. And obviously, with the size that he's got, he's very powerful in the air. Will be useful at set pieces.
He's certainly going to let Tim Sills know he's around. This man is carrying a groin injury into this match. He might have 1 or 2 bruises at the end of proceedings. 15 goals in the conference, though, for Sills.
We saw the physical challenge that Matt Redmile possesses, and then opening minute there, he just lets Tim Sills know that he's there. Makes Tim look over his shoulder every now and then.
This is Miller, who's been in sparkling form for Aldershot this season. Now McLean, forward by Hooper, good football from Aldershot. Miller trying to dig out the cross.
This is a good little bit of football as well. He's got into a good position here, Miller. I just think he should get his delivery in. He's got the opportunity. Doesn't need to look up. He knows bodies are going to be in there. Just clip the ball into the box.
Grazioli. Plenty of time here for Mumford. Sterling. Hendon. Met by Hooper, but it's rather back across the edge of his own penalty area. The ball just managing to prevent the corner. Hatch, who was bearing down on the goalkeeper, but it was Hooper's initial header that caused a moment's hesitation amongst the Aldershot defence.
I think he just found himself slightly out of position there, Dean Hooper. He's standing underneath the ball as the delivery comes in from wide. He knows, pointing out, they're being told by his bench, head it high and wide. What's the rule of defending? Get it away from the danger area, but he headed it back in.
McLean almost profiting there until Danny Maddox got an important foot in at stretch. And Twee, he took a risk there. I think he realised Liam Hatch was right on his shoulder.
He's done well there though, Kevin, hasn't he? Some good skills for a centre-back. Made a horrendous touch on the ball. He really could have put it inside under pressure. He just about managed to get away with it. And then next time around, some lovely skills by centre-back.
I'm not sure his manager will want him playing too much football on this pitch. It's not a pitch in which defenders can take too many liberties. 23 goals in 25 conference matches for Grazioli. Martin Allen was telling me in the week that he couldn't believe a league club didn't come in during the transfer window to sign him. He was mighty glad nobody did. Redmile. It's noticeable there as the pass held up on his drawing surface. Mumford. Now a little bit of room for Lee Charles. Sterling. This is Yakubu. It's been a bright opening 9 minutes. Good tempo. The winners of this particular encounter could put 6 points between themselves and 6th placed Exeter City. At the same time, of course, move within just a point of 2nd place Hereford, 6 behind the league leaders Chester City. Poor free kick from Sterling. Heavy challenge on Grazioli.
Was a typical centre-half challenge, a bit like Matt Redmile in the opening minute or so. Opportunity to let the centre forward know that he's there, and this time Ray Warburton right through the back of Grazioli. That's a bad challenge for me. Just feel now the referee should really give him a yellow card for it. I don't think there's much of a decision to be made here for the referee.
He likes a tackle, but now he has 80 minutes or so to be very careful as the yellow card is produced for the Aldershot skipper, looking to win promotion, by the way, for the 4th successive season. He won the conference with Boston in 2001, with Rushton rather in 2001, with Boston in 2002, and of course the Ryman Premier Division last season. Grazioli will be
see a little problem with the wind there, Kevin, as well. Just seemed to hold up from McLean in there, and Danny Mannix had to come in from behind. Just missed the flight in the air as the wind took a toll on that high clearance.
Warburton plays it short for Sterling. Now Mumford. This is Antwi. Hendon gets there first. Firm challenge from Strevens on Seals. Then Strevens trying to provide the width for Klist's pass. Free kick goes against Simon King. Just 20, the Barnet left back, recruited from Oxford United.
Well, again, Nicky Ball just struggling. He had a back pass there in the wet as well. Just struggling to get his head down and his foot behind the ball. Every back pass now, I think the Barnet players ready to push forward.
Here's King. Gamble. Overhit by Joe Gamble. Barnet have got one of the best away records in the conference this season. They've won 7 times on the road. It's been largely due to the goals of Grazioli. He's got almost a goal a game on the road for Barnet in the conference this season. Here's Gamble. Hendon is well forwards to Yakubu. Burton's challenge was good enough to mean the final touch came off Ismail Yakubu, who's on standby, incidentally, for the England national game 11 against the Italian under-23s next Wednesday. There's been a switch of venue, incidentally, for that match. It was due to be played at Telford, but they've got an FA Cup replay against Millwall, so it's been moved to nearby Shrewsbury. And it's free to get in to watch Paul Fairclough's side take on the Italian under-23s. Go along and watch a good match in prospect there. Hendon. Here's Hatch. To take on Hooper. Did well, Liam Hatch. Now McLean. Redmile bided his time and timed the tackle well.
He's very, very quick, Aaron McLean. He knows that if he can get away from that Redmile, he's going to cause a problem in behind. Oh, him and Danny Mannix at the back. Very, very quick, McLean. Good timing of the tackle as well by Redmile there.
Aldershot have done very well to absorb the loss of their midfield powerhouse Nick Roddis for a large chunk of this season. He's currently out with knee ligaments. In fact, he'll miss the whole of the rest of the season. And Terry Brown knew that he had to fill the gap there. Brought in Mumford really as the replacement, boy on loan from Swansea. The room for the cross. It's Tim Sills right back there to clear. Now Lee Charles. Play continuing, although there's an Aldershot player down, there was a late challenge. And again, the ball not running truly. Ben Strevens trying to exploit that. Turned out a play by Will Antwi.
I think it's Aaron McLean who's gone down. A heavy challenge. Just as Ben Strevens slid in there. He's just trying to clip it away from the end of his foot. I think probably just caught him on the inside of the ankle. Probably be able to run that one off. We saw tomorrow. amazing, Kevin. We played probably 15-16 minutes now and really haven't had a decent strike on goal as yet. And in these conditions, be the sort of things that managers would say, get your shots on target early as possible, just to unsettle the goalkeepers perhaps, follow everything in. And you just think that's the sort of thing the manager would be saying we haven't seen from either side yet.
It's not a player with Roscoe Hussain already injured that Aldershot can afford to lose. Alan McCreaney, the Aldershot physio, has administered there to Aaron McLean. Looks as though he's going to be able to shake that off. And a yellow card, I think, shown there to Ben Strevens for the initial challenge on McLean. Here is Strevens. Second yellow. Went for each side now. Warburton, the initial recipient. This is Maddox.
I think that's a problem that Barnet got at the moment. Ismail Yakubu, we only seen him as a centre midfield player or even as centre back. McLean's back on the park now, he looks okay, but Ismail Yakubu more of a centre midfield player, and he's playing out wide on the right, and he just keeps coming inside all the time. Makes it difficult for anybody up front, especially Grazioli, to find any space. He's closing all the space down. It's easier for the Aldershot players to defend against. He needs to be a little bit more disciplined.
Grazioli has won the Barnet free kick. It's a cue for Redmile and skipper Hinden to add their height and weight in there. Simon Clist to deliver the free kick. Hinden, just for a moment, had stolen free. Header out by Antwi. To deliver this one long. Redmile in there. Still, Aldershot struggling to get this one clear. Strevens shot charged down by Charles. And Ben Strevens went to ground right under the nose of the referee. Couldn't have been closer to that. Referee Phillips. Shot player actually came off.
Yeah, it's just as he's landed, it's just his arm, his left arm's caught underneath him as he landed. Possibly the elbow, possibly the wrist. Looks in some pain as he went down though.
It's Andy Mumford who's got the problem. Aldershot haven't got the biggest squad. That was borne out last Tuesday in the FA Trophy trip to Blythe Spartans when they were so short of bodies they only named 3 substitutes on the bench. And was telling me that he almost had to bring on his goalkeeper, Nicky Bull. Such were the walking wounded up at Blythe as well. But he's very honest, Terry. I know you know him very well, Clive, and he said that they took a bit of a battering at Blythe and really on another night could quite easily have gone out of the trophy. They had around 3 chances and scored from them all.
Well, that's right, and as you say, Terry, very, very honest, likeable manager. Known him quite a long time now. Dealings in non-league football. Here we see it again. Mumford just trying to get back at Ben Strevens. Just caught his arm underneath him. I wonder if it might be even the shoulder. It's his left arm as he goes down, just makes the foul, but his left arm, his hand goes down on the floor and just gets pulled back behind him. Terry Brown is the type of guy who's as honest as the day's long. And in talking about his game the other day at Blythe, he just said we didn't really deserve it, but you know, at the end of the day they put the ball in the back of the net and scored the goals and come away with the win, so I think he was more than happy.
Well, he looks in a lot of pain, a lot of distress there, Andy Mumford. They're giving him every chance to recover, but that picture doesn't look too good for Aldershot. And the 22-year-old on loan from Swansea might well have seen his last action.
What's important for Barnet now, first opportunity really for them in front of goal. Hit the target, that's the answer of the day here. 30 yards from goal, get it along the floor if you can, hit that target, give Nicky Bull a problem in the goal.
That was deliberate. It was set up for Hendon.
I think he's trying to do the right thing in Hendon there. A good little setup, a little turn around the corner, move the ball just a little bit, try and bend it round, but he's tried to keep it low, as I suggested, and if you can get some pace in it as well, there's a good chance it'll give a great problem for Nicky Bull.
He scored 6 goals in the conference, the Barnet skipper, but that was never troubling the Aldershot goal. Still showing a bit of distress there with that
looks like
injury to his left elbow. Yeah. Redmile. Lee Charles running into trouble. Break kindly for Aldershot. McLean finding Charles again. Now Hooper. Miller. No foul. The referee got that right as Ben Stebbins came across Miller. Hatch asking an awful lot here of Grazioli. Well, he chased paper, as they say, Giuliano Grazioli, but he was always second best to that one.
You'd always think that if Grazioli can get a one-on-one against Ray Warburton, he probably fancies his chances.
Gamble. Loads of room here for Hendon. I just think he got caught in two minds there. He looked as if he was going to deliver the cross and then thought perhaps he might try a long-range effort. It was all pretty embarrassing in the end for Ian Hendon.
Oh, I don't think he'll want to see this one again. I think he was shaping up for the cross and really got it totally wrong. Worse than the free kick as well.
Well, Andy Montford is going to give it a go. It's not the sort of surface that you want to be carrying a nasty elbow injury, which, as you can see, has been strapped up.
He doesn't look comfortable with it. I would think the first challenge, if he has to go down to the ground to slide in, very, very careful.
The problem for Terry Brown is he doesn't have a like for like for Montford on the bench. Charles and Miller are both really wide players. So is Stuart Tanfield, who is the likely replacement if Montford does have to go off. This is Lee Charles. Good feet. An experienced Charles, but again, in the end there were too many Barnet players around him now. Useful space for Liam Hatch. Suddenly the right side of the Aldershot defence has gone absent without leave, but Ray Warburton showing all his experience there to slam the door shut. Gamble. It's a foul by Challinor.
I'm just wondering where Dean Hooper went in that last attack. Right back for Aldershot. He's gone charging into the midfield area, no reason to do it at all. Left his marker. Of course, where does the pass go?
Joe Gamble will take the Barnet free kick. It'll be a corner off the head of Warburton.
That's a good ball in as well by Joe Gamble. Difficult one for Warburton to get away as he just getting across his penalty area. Good bit of pressure by Barnet at the moment. It just seems to be coming into the game a little bit more. 25 minutes gone.
Simon Clist with the first corner of the night then. Form header out by Sills. Clist again. Claiming the corner and getting it. Lee Charles. So once again, the big men will stay forward. Redmile taking up a position at the near post. Hatch just in behind him. Oh, and it got a flick on, and it's in! And it's a goal for Matt Redmile on his debut. It's his 4th goal in his last 7 conference matches. He was a goal scorer just a few days ago in the 3-3 home draw for Scarborough against Hereford, and he made his height and his presence felt there with the opening goal.
Of course, it's a great delivery into the near post. Matt Redmile able to get there first. And we see it again with the pace coming in on the ball. All he needs is the faintest of touches. As I said earlier on, will cause a problem if he can get forward and get into that box from dead ball situations.
Oh, what a debut for the man who had such disappointment, Matt Redmile, when he was suspended for Scarborough's recent FA Cup tie against Chelsea. If he hadn't been banned, he might well have played in that match. Martin Allen missed the goal going in. He was attending to something on the bench. His gaze apparently turned away from the goal, but he'd be delighted, as will Redmile. But now the big defender getting turned, and the back pass a little short, to say the least. There was contact there between Redmile and McLean. Now, what will the referee do here? There may well have been a covering defender in Danny Maddox, and that might just be enough to save Redmile here from a red card.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be just a yellow card. Danny Maddox, though, I felt the quicker of the 2 centre-backs. He was covering round Matt Redmile, and I think if he'd have been talking, or if Matt had taken a bit more notice of him, perhaps if they played together a few more times, Danny Maddox would have cleared this quite cleanly. But Matt Redmile decides to play it back to goalkeeper Bankole and left his pass just a little bit short, and really does deserve the yellow card.
Well, that's absolutely the right decision, as you'll see from the replay. Danny Maddox was covering, and that was enough. Had he not been, then that would have been red for the goal scorer. What a last 90 seconds he's had. As you can see, the Aldershot free kick is very central to Bankole's goal.
There's his chance now for Aldershot at the other end, as you said about Barnet. Time to hit the target, especially in these conditions. Bankole's not had anything to save as yet.
Miller found any number of Barnet players in that sturdy wall. Now Dean Hooper. And the flashing header from Aaron McLean. It was a good attempt.
Well, this is a good ball in by Dean Hooper. Low and hard. Lee Charles just gets a foot just to flick it into the danger area. And McLean just with a quick flick there. This is it again. Matt Redmile. Just see his right arm coming out there across the chest of McLean. Oh, deserves the yellow card.
Grazioli. Support from Strevens, and referee Phillips says a foul by Dean Hooper. And there's going to be a word here for the Aldershot fullback. Nothing more.
Yeah, I just think this is a strange decision. I think he's taken the ball, although didn't get a lot of contact on it, but he just took the ball. But it was a collision after. He's talking about contact in football. That's what you get. No one's injured. Strange decision.
Gamble with the free kick. Nicky Bull getting something to that, and ultimately it was enough. There's a problem here for Antwi.
Again, a good delivery into the danger area. Nicky Bull a little bit slow in coming for it. Just about gets 2 fists on it, punches it down, which is dangerous. And he completely wipes out Antwi.
Certainly their injury worries injuries in this first half, Aldershot. And if they get promotion this season, Terry Brown says the club will go full-time. And even if they don't go up, there is the possibility that Aldershot will still turn full-time in July if one or two things knit into place. But as part-timers, Clive, they're doing brilliantly.
They're doing absolutely fantastic, and especially as they've just come up from the Ryman Premier from last year. And I think Terry Brown's done a fantastic job in bringing the players in that he has done. He knows the non-leagues very, very well. And he's brought in the right blend of players, the young players that he's brought on as well, and made lots of changes since the team that got promotion last season.
Well, more live football coming up for you this weekend on Sky Sports. Sky Sports 2 for Scottish Cup. Hearts against Celtic, 4th round match, Saturday from midday. And then 5:30, Sky Sports 1, it's Nationwide League Division 1 from Portman Road, Ipswich against Wigan. Redmile. It's a good touch from Strevens, gets it back from Grazioli. Possibilities here for Barnet. It's Ben Strevens. It loses out to Hooper, to undo his good work here, because King is foraging well again here for Barnet. Eventually Adam Miller to bring it out for Aldershot.
Oh, disappointing there. Ben Strevens couldn't take it on his left foot. Lots of space down that left-hand side for him. Wanted to cut back on the right foot, possibly for the shot or the cross.
Miller. Now Sterling. Loose touch by Charles. Here's Hindon. Maddox. Followed by Mumford. Should you have joined us late, Barnet leading with a debut goal for Matt Redmile. A header from a corner.
Kevin, just both teams really have struggled in these opening 30 minutes really to get any sort of style in the game. There's been no one who's really set their stall out and say, well, we're going to play with this shape, stay with it. We seem to be all over one side at times, and no width for either team to be able to switch play. Maybe the conditions are playing a part as well. Very wet underfoot, and that wind is probably a bit stronger than it was at kick-off. A bit stop-start the last 5 or so minutes. Doesn't bode well for a good flowing game.
Aldershot have been beaten only once at home in the conference this season. That was by Margate back in December. There's no touch there for Grazioli. He's not had a chance yet to add to his very impressive tally of goals. It's his best ever return for goals in a league season. His previous best was 15 when he was a league player with Peterborough. Last player to score 30, by the way, in a conference season. Played for Halifax 6 years ago. Do you remember his name? I'll tell you, he's playing in the first division now with West Brom. Jeff Horsfield. Strevens. A good composure on the ball, young Adam Miller. He's won himself a free kick. He's been called up for that England national game 11 next week. First time call up for Miller. Hooper. Miller again. This is Challinor, whom we've seen little so far. But he's a midfield player who likes to get forward with an eye for goal. He's got 7 this season, John Challinor. Hooper. Nowhere to go, really, for
disappointing that is he gets gets forward so well. Dean Hooper had the opportunity, comes back on his left foot, had the opportunity to put the ball across the face. I've said time and time again, in these conditions, anything across in front of that goal is going to cause problems. He delays it and gets closed down.
This is Clist finding his skipper, Hendon. Clist has made a terrific run forwards to Yakubu. Clist doing well to edge out Lee Charles, away by the head of Antwi. Hendon. Space for a moment here for Gamble. Offside flag was slightly late.
I think he's got this wrong. I think he's gone for Grazioli, who was in an offside position. Grazioli tried to continue his run, just out of picture there. Grazioli, it was Yakubu. If Grazioli had stopped earlier, Yakubu was onside, would have got in behind and got across him.
Aldershot's victory last Tuesday against Blythe means they have a home tie in the 5th round of the FA Trophy. They'll play last season's runners-up Tamworth here at the Rec for a place in the last 8. Final of the trophy will once again be at Villa Park in May. Last season, no conference sides got there. Tamworth, who were out of the conference then, played Burscough. Burscough went on to win it in the end. In by Antwi, and it's really caught on the wing. Mumford. He's claiming the throw and gets it. Looks as though he's shaken off that knock. He was limping for quite some considerable time, Aaron McLean, after that earlier knock, but looks pretty mobile now. Mumford. We haven't seen a great deal of Andy Mumford since he sustained that nasty-looking elbow injury, but to his credit, he's continuing to play through the pain barrier. But if he gets any sort of tackle on him, you suspect that he'll be somewhat fragile. Yakubu's header forward. Hatch was flagged offside, but the referee will allow play to continue. Here's Sterling. He's slipped badly there, Dominic Sterling. Understandable on a pitch like this. A free kick against Clist, quickly taken here by Aldershot. Now Miller. McLean. And the final touch came off Aaron McLean.
I think the referee's got a problem there. Liam Hatchie went down, stayed down. Martin Allen furious. The fact the referee was continued the play with the free kick. Could have stopped the game for Liam Hatch to get some treatment, but he's limping back into action now.
Feels for handball against Clist. Not given. Now can Sterling be more assured this time under no pressure? It's a nightmare pitch though for defenders. Neither side have really exploited it much, as Clive Walker touched on earlier. It's been largely a war of attrition through the midfield, really. Barnet have the only goal, courtesy of Matt Redmile. Take a touch possession there, and he's getting words from the bench, and he's got a volatile character, Nicky Bull.
Well, I think the suggestion was that he cleared the ball first time, but he's probably saying that maybe the ball, I'm having too many balls delivered back, especially in these conditions. It would have been said to defenders before the kick-off, be careful with your back passes. Nicky Bull really struggling to dig the ball out at that end, especially with the wind in his face as well.
Sills trying to get a touch. Maddox was in there, forward by Mumford. This is Challinor. Won't have any sting to trouble largely untroubled Bancoli in the Barnet goal. Forward by Hooper. And there's no flag here, and Sills has got away from Redmile. It's Tim Sills. Well, just couldn't find the carry of the ball there on the sticky pitch on a dry surface. That would have been a clear shot on goal, I think, for Sills.
There was a Barnet defenders pushing up. Aaron McLean in an offside position, just on running back, not interfering. Tim Sills really should have done better. 2 or 3 yards on the Barnet defence when he got away, but just couldn't get it out of his feet. The sticky conditions there through the middle, just halting his progress. He'd be disappointed.
Well, he's got 3 goals in his last 4 conference matches, Sills, and he certainly stole a march on the Barnet defence there, but Redmile did enough to get at him in the end to prevent any telling shot on goal from Sills.
To be fair to him, it was a great run, timed it to perfection. Just looking to always talk about the first touch. When you can take your first touch, it's his first touch that was important to get the ball out of his feet. Just couldn't quite do it.
Strevens. This is Hatch. Bit of room, and it was a good strike from Liam Hatch, who's yet to score for Barnet in the conference. A couple of goals this season elsewhere. Warburton. Mumford. Not the best pass from Andy Mumford, and Strevens tussling here with Hooper. Dean Hooper eventually is penalised. Strevens did well there.
Well, he did, and you just feel that wasn't always favourite for the first challenge, but used his upper body strength on Dean Hooper. They both go to ground. Dean Hooper then gives away the foul.
Ian Hendon is going to take the free kick. Redmile hungry for another goal. Header on was from Hatch. Nobody able to feed off that. Liam Hatch, who's had his injury problems since he arrived at Barnet. He was the only player that Martin Allen paid money for last summer in the revolution of the playing staff for Barnet. 23,000 he cost from Gravesend. What Barnet have succeeded in doing is quietening the crowd here at the recreation ground. They like to make it a hostile environment here. They were right behind the home side early on, but not being given anything to enthuse about at the moment.
No, they haven't. I think that can come, as we said earlier on. You know, sometimes you need to get your players in front of goal and just bashing balls at the goal. They've just not done it. 4 minutes of time to play, plenty of time yet, but you just feel that the players really needed to lift the crowd a little bit, give them something to cheer about.
Sterling. A bit slow in possession. Dominic Sterling eventually offloads the pass. Bancoli has got to be committed. Just a slight hesitation there from the 34-year-old goalkeeper, and Tim Sills wasn't too far away from giving a meaningful touch. inside. Oh, and referee has blown up here. There was no flag from his assistant.
I think this has come for handball. He's timed his run absolutely perfectly here. Grazioli for me. There we see it, his next touch. Well, I think the referee thought it might have come off his hand, but I think it's come off his thigh.
Giuliano Grazioli thought he was in for a shot on goal there, and there was more than a nervy moment or two there for the Aldershot defence. That's the last man they want in that position. Another look to see if we can see any use of the arm there.
Well, if there was, it was unintentional. Just bouncing up off his leg there.
Hooper. Goalkeeper comes. It's back in by Sills. Now some room for Ben Strevens. Montford. Now Clist. Didn't afford any scope there for Gamble. Sterling. Another aimless ball forward from the Aldershot left back. That's all Dean Hooper could do. As you can see the throw. Last minute of the 4 minutes added on time. Barnet looked much the better of the two sides in the final third. Just had that little bit of extra. Passed the ball better in that area of the field. And made better use of the difficult conditions. Touch from Maddox sets it up only for Adam Miller. He went for goal and he had Aaron McLean making a very good run to his left.
Always difficult for the play coming forward. Sees McLean make the break there. We see him go out of pitch. He makes a good run. Well, it was opened up for Miller. I just say sometimes it goes in the top corner and sometimes it slides off your boot. And it looks like a poor effort. Again, Bankoli's goal. Really not threatened at all by Aldershot.
Clist. Montford and Sterling rather getting in one another's way. It's a foul, or is it? No. A half-time whistle, says referee Phillips. Matt Redmile, quite a debut after his recent signing from Scarborough, getting the only goal of the game. Tim Sills had the best opportunity for Aldershot, but couldn't take it. But the goal that separates them at the break, a corner, nodded in by the giant figure of Matt Redmile. And Barnet deservedly lead at the break by a goal to nil.
Just how good are the new Chelsea?
The Blues humiliated at the Valley. Now Scott Parker is backing his new club to keep the title race going. Unstoppable! In association with Ford, Sunday at 3, Sky Sports 1. But first with Premiership Plus in association with Bet365 on Sky Box Office at 1:30. It's Man City against Birmingham. Sky Sports subscribers can order this game for just £6. See channel 433 or call 08705 160 160.
And so our research into the perfect driving sensation leads us here. The derrière. The closer to the road, the better.
Docteur, démonstration.
I see you, baby. Shaking that ass. Shaking that ass. Shaking that ass. I see you, baby. Shaking that ass. Shaking that ass. Come on. Take it on down. Oh, this party got it going on.
The Renault Megane.
Central heating, frequent hair colouring, intense hair drying,
No wonder my hair gets so dry.
They can actually dry out your hair and your scalp, and a dry scalp can have dandruff. You should use Head & Shoulders Hydrating Smooth and Silky. No leading shampoo is better at removing 100% of flakes while quenching your thirsty hair, leaving it dandruff-free, soft and shiny. Head & Shoulders Hydrating Smooth and Silky. Hard on dandruff, hydrating on hair.
The new compact Saturday edition of The Independent.
From the producers of the hit series Jag comes NCIS.
Get your hands in the air.
The Daily Mail raves, very smart, very cool.
We want the crew of this ship to die.
For big-time crime.
Premeditated murder.
And action.
Take that road.
Time Out calls it FBI meets CSI.
This is where the big boys play.
Don't miss the critically acclaimed NCIS.
Okay, we're on it.
Premiering every week only on FX 289.
Fantastic. He's not playing games, is he? What time's bingo, Mum? Carry on.
With its deliciously minty burst and lasting freshness, there's never been a mint like it. New Extra Mints. Go on, try one.
It's a bursting with the flavor. Juicy tomatoes, basil, dolmio bolognese. Text? How come nobody talking no more?
Never mind, Papa. Just tell them it's ready.
Dinner's ready. I know. I text them. Text. I know how to press their buttons. When is your Dolmio Day?
Women, don't expect any help on a Thursday. Nuts, the new magazine for men, every Thursday.
So smashing football coming your way this weekend. Hearts versus Celtic, Scottish Cup 4th round. No love lost there in recent weeks. Tomorrow, midday Sky Sports 2 and Ipswich versus Wigan. Tomorrow, 5:30 Sky Sports 1. Here at the Rec, Barnet had the advantage by a 1-0 against Aldershot, and there was a huge downpour just before the game kicked off, and without doubt Ian Snowden, the conditions are having an effect on play we've seen so far.
Yeah, they certainly are, because we know Aldershot like to get the ball down and pass it as well, and so do Barnet, to be quite honest, but we haven't had much fluent football this evening, to say the least.
We've seen a goal though, and it came from the debutant Matt Redmile, who signed from Scarborough, and it was a simple one in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's just a ball floated in from the corner kick, no genuine pace on it, it's just floated to the near post by Joe Gamble, and Matt Redmile's just got a touch to it. I think he's only looking to flick it on, he's not aiming for goal really, he's just aiming to flick it on and hoping that the second man is going to get a final touch on it, but he's actually crept under the keeper and under the defender on the line.
He's had a lively debut as Matt Redmile. He was involved in, well, I suppose a controversial incident, you could say. They were shouting for him to be sent off here at the Rec, but I don't think there was any doubt he was only ever going to get a yellow card.
Yeah, that's right. It's just a long ball played over the top. Danny Maddox and Matt Redmile are both chasing back. He's just knocked it short to the keeper, and then all of a sudden he's realised it's not getting there, and he's had to stand in the lad's way there. But Danny Maddox is round on the cover, booking. The referee got it right, exactly right. Just a bookable offence.
I mean, he's signed, just recently signed, he's making his debut tonight. Was that a case of the two of them not really understanding the positions, Maddox and Redmile?
I don't know, they're in a good position to start with, Rob. They're both round on the cover.
Each other's way,
I think that was the point. They were just a bit hesitant, but I think they both had it under control, really. It was just his back pass, he just underhit it a little slightly.
Got sort of stuck in the water, we've seen, or stuck in a heavy condition. We've seen that happen a couple of times. And Tim Sills, who I suppose had Aldershot's best chance, the same thing kind of happened to him. It never rolled properly for him, did it?
Yeah, that's right. He's just come off the surface and he just couldn't get it out of his feet, his first touch. If you notice here, his first touch, he should have just knocked it probably a yard or two stronger, and then in the momentum of him, he's running with the ball, but he slightly got stuck under his feet. Allowed Redmile to get in yet again.
You've got to say, it was a really good covering tackle in the end, though, wasn't it?
He's done well because he's a big lad, he's our Matt, and he did well to get back in time.
Yeah. I was going to say, towards the end of the first half, we were chatting away, and Giuliano Grazioli has been quiet. He had one chance, which was eventually flagged for handball. What was your view of it?
Yeah, he's timed the run to perfection. There's no question the assistant referee, has kept his flag down. But if you just notice there, that's so unfortunate. His first touch is good. It's come off his hip onto his arm, and the referee, I don't know. I don't think it was one of them. It weren't intentional, and I think he should have let play go on.
Do you know what? At both ends, we've seen Redmile, we've seen Ray Warburton as well. It looks to me like Grazioli has got the legs certainly on Ray, and it looks as if Aaron McLean has the legs on the Barnet defence as well, but yet we've hardly seen any chances, have we?
No, that's right, it has. It's been disappointing from that aspect that there hadn't been many chances, and if they did realise that both strikers had got the pace to beat the centre halves, then they'd surely just play them in behind the defenders and let the two strikers of the opposing teams get after it.
It is nice. Barnet at the moment, they're a goal ahead here at the Rec. Remember, just one league defeat in 30 games for Aldershot. They've got a great home record, but they're behind at the break. Second half is coming up.
Unsurpassed engineering, unparalleled technology, nothing else performs like it. Champion, Mach 3 Turbo Champion. It's the closest, most comfortable shave. Now with a red-hot new look. Test drive one today. Mach 3 Turbo Champion. From Gillette, the best a man can get.
At HMV, you can now get 3 for £20 on great combinations of CDs and DVDs. Get Red Dragon with Coldplay and Save the Last Dance, or The Bourne Identity with Norah Jones and Scooby-Doo. You choose the combination you want from hundreds of quality titles. A great offer on great combinations. 3 for £20 on CDs and DVDs at HMV. Top dog for music and DVD.
Women, don't expect any help on a Thursday. Nuts, the new magazine for men, every Thursday.
Since he was little, his father told him the incredible stories of his life. But somewhere between the witches, the giants, and the magic lies the adventure of a lifetime.
I love you and I will marry you!
Nominated for 7 BAFTAs, including Best Film and an Academy Award. Big Fish.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
However you prepare for your sport. Top athletes drink Lucozade Sport to increase endurance. Are you ready?
Hello, Direct Line Car Insurance.
Hi, I've had a nasty prank in my car.
Our man saved a lot of money with us, so let's show him what else we can do. Okay, let's get that car out of there and fixed up sharpish. And then we'll clean it and deliver it back to him wherever he is. He'll like that. Okay, what we'll
Call or buy online and you could save up to 30%.
All it takes
I just found this tied to a tree back there. Somebody did this.
Is one wrong turn.
Sweetheart, seriously, this isn't funny.
Don't miss it. Wrong Turn on DVD and video now.
Stimulated by sport. Read Johnny Wilkinson in the Six Nations Handbook, only in the new Saturday Times.
Whatever you love doing, keep doing it. Music, science, fashion, computers, whatever. At college or university, you can do what you love every day. For your free higher education info pack, call 0800 587 8500. Don't stop. Aim higher.
Brace yourselves for a hostile takeover. There are signs of them everywhere.
Stop! There's two of them, Tommy.
They're beneath the bunker.
They're here! They're back! They're here!
They're surrounding the panic room.
This is not happening.
They rule by fire.
So now you're dragging me out.
They're on Bruce's case again.
Story of my life.
The long weekend. 4 days of hostile takeover. This weekend on Sky Movies.
The Team of the Week featuring the Premiership Plus game this Sunday. Manchester City are home to Birmingham from 1:30. Channel 433. Super Sunday comes from Stamford Bridge. Chelsea versus Charlton. Sunday at 3 o'clock. Sky Sports 1. We've got a goal for you here at the Rec, and it's come from Matt Redmile, who's making his debut from Scarborough side. It's not a simple goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's simple. I think Terry Brown will be disappointed with the marking in the box because he's not really, all he's done is made a run to the near post. Just got a touch in front of Ray Warburton. I think Lee Charles could have done a little bit better as well, just in front of him, but disappointing goal, but they all count.
We were smiling actually because the Barnet manager, Martin Allen, wasn't even looking at it. He was actually having a go at the goalkeeper. Don't even saying keep warm.
Yeah, I think
he was looking completely the other way, wasn't he?
He certainly was, and to his surprise, he heard the cheer, but he was having a go at his keeper just to keep on his toes and keep concentrating.
I just wonder how Aldershot are going to get back into this now. I mean, if there's a guy that's impressed us, he's been picked for the England semi-professional. They're playing against Italy under 23 next week. That's Adam Miller on the right-hand side. I just wonder if we can get the ball to him. They might be more of an outlet for the strikers.
I was thinking that to myself, Rob. They've got to get him on the ball a lot more. I think he's been playing in too deeper areas at time as well. He needs to get forward a little bit because he is quite useful on the ball and he can bring players into play. So, yeah, the ball needs to be out to Miller. A lot more advanced position, though.
Substitutions taking place. Let's throw over to Clive Walker and Kevin Keatings to tell you all about them.
Well, thanks, Rob. Andy Mumford is no great surprise that he hasn't come out for the second half after that arm injury. And Mr. Aldershot closing in on 500 appearances now. 33-year-old Jason Chewins is coming on. There's a change in goal as well for Aldershot. And Richard Barnard is coming on for Nicky Bull. Now, whether there was an injury, there wasn't anything obvious for Bull. But Barnard is on, who has been first-choice goalkeeper in recent matches, but he replaces Bull for the second half. What do you make about the switch, Clive?
I'll just see what they're trying to do. I mean, obviously there was a problem with Andy Mumford in his arm. I feel he could probably continue. Jason Chewins just taking that position at left back, but with Jason, he loves to get forward, and he loves to get into that area and get in the mix of things. And I'm sure he'll be getting forward at every occasion, and probably been asked to get crosses in as well.
slightly more advanced role than his normal left-back position. He's got Dominic Sterling in there to sit in that role if needs be. Aldershot have only 4 times failed to score in 28 conference games, and they may do here. But Charles just couldn't steady himself enough. But it's the bright start that manager Terry Brown would have wanted to the second half.
That's good play from the throne as well. Well worked. Good ball down the line, flicked on. Lee Charles runs off of his fullback, gets into a good area. He'll be disappointed, should have done better. He said he's got to hit the target.
Once played 4 matches in the Premiership for Queen's Park Rangers some years ago, Lee Charles. Charles again, started off on the left of midfield, but he is a striker by nature, and maybe that Terry Brown's going for a 4-3-3 here with Chewins pushed into that left side of the 3 midfield players. And Tweet. Now plenty of time for Hooper. Ball from Hooper. This is Challinor. Charles unable to get a header. Helped back in by Chewins. Sills climbing. Goalkeeper Bancoli with less than assured first punch, and then a more safe take in the end.
It was a much better, more positive start by Aldershot. Not too sure what Bancoli was trying to achieve in that first punch. But he claims it second time around, nice and safely.
Forward by Charles, and McLean getting the better of Maddox, but finding the angle too oblique in the end.
Well, again, Charles on the ball again. He's just waiting for McLean to make that run in behind. Just lays it in for him nicely. Could have done better, really. Could have got it across the face. I think it's an excellent positive start by Aldershot. I think what they've asked Lee Charles to do is probably get further forward. Jason Chewins coming in behind him, just gets him up there, across the face of the goal. He's looked very lively in these opening couple of minutes.
Just the one on target for Aldershot. Certainly, it's been a very positive start to the second half for the home side. Both the changes made by Terry Brown, incidentally, were for injuries. Mumford and his goalkeeper, Nicky Bull. Very pensive-looking Aldershot manager. Great job he's done since taking over from George Borg. Free kick here for Aldershot.
What he said to his players at half-time is we can do a lot better than we did in the first period. We can pass better, we can play better, and we can be more positive, which is what they are.
It's a decent flight on the free kick. Clist under heavy pressure. Good work by McLean. It was a difficult cross, really. He was looking to almost deliver it blind there, Aaron McLean.
It's a shame, isn't he? He's working harder already as well, McLean, than he did first period across the line. You have to work defensively as well. He's done well to get the ball back, but he just needs to be a little bit more patient once he's won it.
Far more work for this man to do, who sat patiently on the Crewe Alexandra bench all season and hasn't made an appearance. 34-year-old Ademola Bancoli. King will take the Barnet throw. King. And Hatch was quite clearly obstructed there and reacted angrily to the challenge of Antwi.
Hatcher did well to get round him initially. You see, he just rolls the time marking centre back. He's trying to get round him. Antwi just hung on to him. A bit of a mix-up there.
Just as well for Will Antwi. He didn't make contact there with Hatch as he swung the arm around. Right under the nose of the referee. Free kick pumped forward by King. Hatch helping it on. It's away by Sterling.
Terry Brown sent to his side as well. He's got a back three now, marking tight with the other two of Barnet. And he's asking Tuins on one side and Hooper on the other to get forward in those wide areas as often and as quickly as possible, which enables Lee Charles just to push in a little bit higher up the park, support McLean and Sills. That's why we've seen a lot more of Lee Charles in these opening few minutes than we did in the first period.
About that's the colours of his team in the old Barnet, shall we say. Charles. There's a late challenge there on Gamble. Barnet skipper Ian Hendon then will deliver the free kick towards Yakubu. Hatch. Done well again, Liam Hatch, to Dominic Sterling for company. Free kick eventually goes against the Barnet man.
He's very, very awkward to play against, isn't he, Liam Hatch? He's got that gangly appearance. He is very quick. He does get in behind as well on occasions. He's also got the height. He gets up and wins an enormous amount of headers. Causes all sorts of problems. He's so gangly, though.
Charles. Good work here by Sills. Players all around him, but Tim Sills has done really well to force the corner. And they just want to keep this tempo up now, Aldershot. 30 goals they've scored at home in the conference this season. They're missing their leading goal scorer in all competitions, Roscoe Desane, to injury. But by and large, they have taken 9 second half minutes firmly to Barnet. Well, again, the wind playing its part there from Miller's corner.
I think this is pretty close. I think Bankoli's missed this altogether. Totally lost the ball, turned his back on it in the end.
Well, as Aldershot have made their way through to the 5th round of the FA Trophy against Blythe this week. It was a sorry old tale for Barnet in the trophy. They have a free kick. They were disqualified after fielding an ineligible player in a match against Dover that they won by 3 goals to 2. They played Adam Campion, who'd already played for Aylesbury in the first round of the trophy, and they were thrown out. Chief Executive Andrew Adey offered his resignation after that mix-up that led to their expulsion from the trophy, but Tony Cleanthus, the Barnet chairman, dismissed the offer of resignation. Martin Allen, he's always got to be involved, hasn't he? What a joker, what a character.
Well, one thing's for sure, he won't stop barking out those orders, as we can see now. It's also important. I mean, he's using his experience as an ex-player as well, getting the team to slow down at the right times. One goal to the good. He doesn't want them to hurry.
Well, we're in an army town. He wouldn't look out of place as a sergeant major, would he? Miller. Referee was just waiting to see if any advantage accrued there for Miller. Sterling with the Aldershot free kick. Aimed towards Sills. Right well above Redmile. Forward by Gamble. One for Grazioli to chase. Mistake there by Sterling. This is Gamble. Oh, lovely dummy by Grazioli. This is Yakubu. Chance now. Great save from Barnet. He got across his goal really well there to deny Simon Clist, but a terrific Barnet move.
Dominic Sterling, who lost all the possession there in the middle of the midfield. It's a great step over by Grazioli. Yakubu does the right thing, puts it in across the face of the goal. How many times are we going to say, just get it in there, let your attackers come in and get on the end of it. Clist does very, very well in sticky conditions, and a great save as well.
Richard Barnard with his first save after coming off the bench for Nicky Ball at half-time. Could turn out to be an important save. Grazioli. Now Charles. Plenty of time for Challinor. This is Dean Hooper. Turn behind for corner by Redmile.
Better played by Barnet as well. I think Terry Brown will be happier with the second half performance so far. More like the passing team that's seen in the past, breaking from the edge of their box all the way through to a nice early cross by Dean Hooper.
Well, let's see how Barnet set themselves up for this corner. Aldershot conceded from a corner kick in the first half. 3 of their 4 goals conceded against neighbours Farnborough from set pieces. And Barnet might have been in some trouble there because Aaron McLean found a little bit of room. Didn't really time the header.
Well, just a floated ball into that near post area. He's had to come back on the ball. It would have been better to leave it for Tim Sills, who's going in. So McLean been short of chances in this game. I thought he could twist his neck round that one.
That 4-0 defeat for Aldershot at neighbours Farnborough was one of the shock scores in the conference this season. This is their first match in the league since. They've had a couple of cup ties in between. They lost here against Mark Dennis's big spending Eastleigh in the Hampshire Senior Cup, and then 3-1 win in the trophy last Tuesday at Blythe. I just wonder how much that game on a boggy pitch up in the northeast will have taken out of the Aldershot players. It's part-time against full-time. That might yet be significant. Side of the field, and Ian Hendon's arms will be getting tired before long. Shapes for another throw. This time the throw goes to Aldershot, and this man's got a testimonial after 10 years great service with Aldershot, Jason Chewins, at the end of March against Harry Redknapp's Portsmouth. Everybody will go along and support a really good club servant in Jason Chewins. Here's Chewins again. Gone by the head of Seals. Redmile had to react quickly under pressure from McLean. He did well. And Tweet. Marginally offside. That was very, very close.
This is unlucky because this is a great ball. Reverse pass by Hatch. Just sees Grazioli out the corner of his eye, unmarked. It was a tight decision.
Well, there seemed to be a directive not too long ago that there ought to be clear daylight between a forward and a defender before an offside was given. But a number of games I've seen lately, a particular directive seems to have been forgotten on a number of occasions. Now Challinor trying to work a shooting position. He's done so! Wraps off the crossbar. What a great try from John Challinor.
This is the first time we've seen John Challinor in an advanced position. Takes on Redmile with ease and a great strike that strikes the crossbar. Really deserved better because he's hit this so well. I said earlier on I'd like to see him get in a more advanced position. We've not seen too much of John Challinor. He just finds that little bit of space needed to create an opportunity.
Well, Aldershot are making a switch, and the man who came on at half-time has lasted only 18 minutes. The veteran Jason Chewins, and a man who only signed late last night for Aldershot comes on for a surprise early debut. Signed from Ashford Town, Brett Johnson. Here's the replacement for Chewins. As the free kick is played in, but Warburton couldn't really apply any great pressure to Pancoli. The goalkeeper stood no chance from Challinor's thumping drive, which really deserved better reward. Would you sense an equaliser not too far away for Aldershot? Catch and Sterling for the first time in a tangle.
It's been a good battle between those two, hasn't it? Hatch and Sterling. Hatch playing predominantly down this right-hand side of the Barnet attack, leaving Grazioli on his own in the middle. Sterling knows he's been in the game.
Sills getting a touch to that. Hooper gets there ahead of King. Strevens. Cool play from Ben Strevens. Here's Clist, now Gamble. And Tweak, the pressure from Grazioli. Here's Joe Gamble. The shot might be on here, and for the pass instead. Couldn't find the run of his midfield partner, Clist.
Good position for the Barnet attack there as well. 4 players against 4. Going forward, we just felt that Joe Gamble made the wrong decision in the pass.
Grazioli. To work here for Johnson. And the teenager. Pressure from Yakubu. He did well in the end. Terry Brown actually saw Brett Johnson play for Ashford against Weymouth in the FA Trophy. He impressed him then, and when he played in a reserve game for Aldershot against Brentford, did well again. And because of injuries, 1 or 2 suspensions, they were due to sign him at the end of the season, but in the end they made made the move early. Now, Clist. Almost finding some room. Hatch helping it in. Just a little statuesque there, Aldershot at the back. It's been an excellent 21 minutes in the second half.
It's one of those games, though, Kevin, you just felt that in that 20 minutes, Aldershot possibly should have got that goal back. I just feel it could possibly be ebbing away from them at the moment.
McLean. The ball struck the back of Adam Miller. Redmile helps it forward. Tioli offering a real problem there to Warburton. Here's Clist. What an effort from John Challinor, who hasn't scored since late November against Chester City after scoring plenty early on in the season.
I think this run and shot really sums him up. Can create from midfield, but also score goals. As a shot coming in there, just needs to be doing it a little bit more often. Possibly needs to just take that little bit gamble more. Probably tries to do too much defensively.
Free kick against Hatch. The referee won't let the free kick be taken because he's having a word with Liam Hatch, and in fact the book is coming out. This is for persistent fouling, as Liam Hatch becomes the latest to go in the book. Nothing too much in the challenge, but he has fouled a number of times in this match and eventually exhausted the referee's patience.
No, I think he has. I think he's a little bit unfortunate though in saying that. I think he's an all-heart player.
Bancoli came a long way. And they well have clattered into one of his own players. Jason King is down. And there's plenty of Bancoli when he comes at pace. Well, actually, he was caught by the goalkeeper. He was already on his way down here, Simon King. And then just the right boot into the back of the head. Painful.
Just looking at Bancoli there when he was coming for that ball. He just felt that perhaps with the wind he probably wasn't quite going to get there. But he did well, get something on it in the end.
Well, more live football coming up for you on Sky Sports. It's the Scottish Cup 4th round. Hearts against Celtic midday, Sky Sports 2 on Saturday. And then 5:30 also Saturday, Nationwide League Division 1, Sky Sports 1. It's Portman Road. Should be entertaining. Ipswich against Wigan. Well, the Barnet fans have made the journey a little over 50 miles from Hertfordshire to Hampshire. And King is okay. Still Matt Redmile's debut goal in the first half as Barnet in front. But Aldershot have been close on 2 or 3 occasions. A much more spirited second half performance from them. It's a dangerous one. Tweet. Did it well initially. Here's Hatch. Johnson. It's be a throw to Barnet. More often than not, they look to use the long throw from their skipper.
I think what they've done well though, Barnet, in the second half is the second half has gone on, is it? They used Hatch as a good outlet. He's used his pace to get in behind. He's pushing Aldershot back.
Redmile has to be careful. One short back pass in the first half, which was almost very costly. Tweet. Difficult ball to control there for Hatch. Danny Maddox doing the covering job. Mercifully, the rain was kept off. It was torrential before kickoff, making several of us wonder whether the match actually might go ahead or not. It's a good draining pitch, but as you can see, it's really cutting up as the night continues. And had there been any more rain, then although we got underway, we might not have reached the full 90 minutes. But thankfully, benign conditions at the moment. Not quite as benign as the last time our cameras were here. The hottest day ever in the UK on the opening weekend of the season for Aldershot against Accrington. It was over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Remember it, Clive?
I do. Very, very warm. Very difficult for players in those conditions as well.
Free kick here for Aldershot. Forward by Hooper. Cross is wasteful. Just too hasty there, Dean Hooper. Gamble. Hindon. It's on the play. It'll be a throw to... In fact, the referee has given a free kick. It was an obstruction from Hindon. Gamble. Held up by the Aldershot skipper, Warburton. Creeping back into this game more and more are Barnet after being under heavy pressure in the opening quarter of an hour of the second half. This time I think Hindon will perhaps look for the long throw. We'll see. Now he's calling players towards him. One of them is Gamble. Martin Allen has been getting very animated on the touchline in the last few weeks. Mad dog at his most graphic.
If I was a player, I wouldn't understand what that meant, Kevin, I must admit.
The eyes have it.
Obviously means something.
Challinor. This is Hatch. It's work here for Warburton with Grazioli bearing down on him. He's done really well, Grazioli. Gamble. By Hendon. Just looked for a moment as if it might hold up on the wind for Giuliano Grazioli, who is a great outlet for Barnet. He really works the channel so well. Terrific team player as well as a prolific goal scorer. Quarter of an hour remaining. Aldershot, just once they've been beaten at home in the last 16 months. That was by Margate here in December. After a 4-0 hammering at neighbours Farnborough, they can't afford really to suffer another defeat here. Terry Brown's done a brilliant job with these part-timers, and they go all the way. Sterling. Made life difficult himself with the attempt at the control. Just conceded the throw. Concedes throw here for Aldershot. Challinor will take the throw here now as Aldershot try and reignite their bright start to the second half, which has ebbed away significantly. Sills desperate for some quality service. Challinor. Johnson. This is Miller. One touch too many. Grazioli charging down the attempt at the clearance from Antwi. Well, this is just playing into the hands of Barnet.
Stages, Kevin, they're just slowing the game down. Every time Aldershot go to make an attack, they break it up. They're playing their football that they're good at.
Barnet haven't had a clean sheet in any of their last 8 away matches. If they can grab themselves a second, it might be too steep an uphill climb for Aldershot.
I think though, while it's still 1-0, there's always that opportunity, and Aldershot will keep going to the death, I'm sure. I think that if they get 1 or 2 passes together, maybe the referee could let 1 or 2 things flow a little bit more.
I think he could have allowed that to flow a little better.
To be fair, I mean, if he let 1 or 2 things go, that maybe Aldershot could get into their flowing passing game. Barnet as well at times. So, there's a lot of whistles in these last sort of 10 minutes, breaking the game up.
Hatch climbing highest. Forward by Miller. There, just what Aldershot needed. We've been saying that their early start to the second half had ebbed away, but Miller close.
He's done excellent here, Adam Miller. He's been talked about since he came to Aldershot. This is what he's capable of doing. Saved by Bancoli, although was at a good height for him.
Lee Charles to the corner, scoffed it rather. Second chance here now for Lee Charles. Now Hooper. Plenty to hit in the middle. Sterling's header. Chance now. Sills equalises. Back now. Challinor, who got in there. An area of the field you'd have expected Tim Sills to be in, but it was John Challinor who popped up with the goal that levels it up at the Rec.
Blame themselves for not clearing the ball from the corner. Great deep ball to the far post area. Headed back well by Dominic Sterling. And John Challinor, a quick change of feet there from his left onto his right, and just slides it home. But this is a decent ball to the far post. 2 players there, Sills and Sterling. It's Challinor first to the ball.
Yes, says Terry Brown. That's better. Important minutes now, you feel, for Barnet. 8th goal of the season in all competitions for John Challinor.
Well, it definitely sets it up for the last 10 minutes anyway. A charge for Aldershot. And now they got themselves back into the game. Opportunity for them now to go on and win it.
They've been through a lot, haven't they, these supporters?
It's actually woken them up a little bit as well, Kevin. A lot of them away there to our left-hand side.
Grazioli's offside. It was a little more clear-cut.
Free kick.
Liam Hatch has got a problem. He has had his injury troubles since his move from Gravesend. Liam Hatch. Lee Taylor, the Barnet physio, on to have a look. First time we've really heard the Aldershot fans for some time. They're hoping to cheer their side on to a possible 3 points here now in this important match between two of the promotion hopefuls. Barnet third in the table before tonight. What a great job Martin Allen's done too in his first managerial role. A lot of new players brought in this summer and they gelled very quickly for him. That was important. But John Challinor popping up in position A1 for Aldershot to feed off Sterling's header. Didn't he keep his head and his composure very well?
Well, we talk about first touches in the game. His first touch from his left foot, excellent. The adjustment of the body to put it onto his stronger right foot, just to slide it home.
Use of a hand there by Maddox. Referee obviously deemed it ball to arm. This time Maddox will concede the free kick. 36 now, Danny, around the block a few times.
He's been a good player in his time, Danny Maddox. Played with him at Queen's Park Rangers many years ago when he was a young lad. Very, very quick, very solid performer.
Here's Clist. Strevens making the run ahead of him, but quite reading the angle of the pass. Barnet beat Aldershot back in September at Underhill by 2-1. And even by the addition of Terry Brown were comfortable winners on the day, despite the narrow scoreline. But it's there to be won for both these clubs with identical conference records, 15 wins, 7 defeats and 6 draws, 51 points, separated only by a goal difference that Barnet hold over Aldershot by just a single goal.
Well, one thing's for sure, Kevin, if the score stays the same, Chester and Hereford, both above these two teams, will be happier. We ain't gained too much ground on them.
Chester, the league leaders, and Hereford have looked like the two clubs who would perhaps finish in the top 2 places. There's still a long, long way to go in this conference season. Not so long to go here at the Rec. As Barnet try to find a way through the ever-willing Hatch. Into the last 5 minutes.
Well, There's Liam Hatch again. There's one thing you can say about Liam Hatch. He's game for a game of football. I mean, he throws everything at it. He's worked his socks off throughout this game. Looks a little bit ungainly at times, but causes problems. It does not stop running.
Extremely high foul count in this match. Have to take the conditions into account. Clist. Challinor. Able to pick out the run of Sills. Seen much more of John Challinor in the second half. The man who struck the crossbar with a terrific shot before eventually providing Aldershot with the equaliser. A lovely turn by Grazioli. And they've got a player over here in Yakubu. And Barnard's lost it. Streven's shot charged down. And Aldershot got lucky. That all stemmed from the brilliant control and turn from Grazioli, and Barnet nearly found a route to goal.
Excellent skills, wasn't it, by Grazioli? 2 or 3 touches first, then turns his marker. Delivers a good ball in as well. A little bit of uncertainty in the Aldershot defence, just to manage to scramble it away.
Between these two and second place Hereford is 4 points, 9 points between this pair and the league leaders Chester, as Charles wins a free kick. Aldershot still have a player down, but the referee has to allow play to continue once he'd allowed the free kick. And there's going to be a corner. Adam Miller back on his feet. Just over 4,200 here, and that's about 1,000 up on the average at the Rec in the conference this season. Excellent attendance. That's out of play. It's disappointing for Aldershot and Lee Charles. Well, Clive, let's have a man of the match.
I think we're going to give it to Matt Redmile. I think not only has he scored the good goal at the beginning, defended so well, very solid at the back. He's looked like he's been under pressure at times, but he's dealt with everything that's been thrown at him. And really from an attacking side though, there wasn't a lot really to choose from. No one really excelled.
Here is the man of the match.
Yeah, he does overhead kicks as well. Not bad for a centre back.
He's just been told of your decision. Showboat time. Charles kept it in. It's work again here for Redmile. Once won a promotion with Notts County. His manager was Sam Allardyce at the time. Great job Big Sam's doing with Bolton. The long throw nearly brought some reward. This is Challinor. 2 minutes of added on time. Aldershot's home record this season in the conference: 10 wins, 3 draws, and that 1 lone defeat. They are looking the more likely for all 3 here now, and that was just beyond the lurking figure of McLean. Warburton was trying to add his presence in there as well.
Again, Barnet just struggling to clear their own lines. Ball comes across the park. It could have dropped easily for McLean. Unfortunately for Aldershot, it didn't.
spirited finish to the match from the part-timers against the full-time players of Barnet. And this is Miller, another forceful run from the 21-year-old, and he's won the free kick, and they just won't give it up, Aldershot. And if they score now, it'll be a match winner.
Well, I feel this is their last chance. 32 yards from goal.
A little discussion between Antwi and Miller as to who will take it. It's going to be Adam Miller.
Well, this is going to be a direct shot. Plenty in the wall.
It's firmly hit, but straight up that Barnet wall, back in by Sterling. Wasn't quite his intention.
Disappointing as well by Dominic Sterling. He's got to do better there. All his players forward. Last minute of the game, you expect him just to steady himself and put the ball into a dangerous area.
Overall thoughts, Clive?
Well, it didn't quite live up to the expectations we were hoping for. There was a lot of poor passing, a lot of wrong decisions made. But we got a couple of goals out of it at the end of the day, and I suppose a draw was a fair result.
John Challinor with a really well-taken goal. He struck the crossbar as well. It was a deserved equaliser for a much more spirited second-half performance from Aldershot after Matt Redmile, on his debut following his recent signing from Scarborough, scored with a header from a Joe Gamble corner in the first half. But honours even in the end on a sticky pitch. Thankfully the rain kept off, otherwise we might not have got through the full 90 minutes. Ray Warburton played his part too, the Aldershot skipper, but there was plenty of effort and endeavour out there. And still these two clubs can't be separated. Their records remain identical. They remain in third and fourth place, with Barnet just the one place higher. And Terry Brown, I think, will be happy enough in the end. He certainly got a better second half performance from his side. Full time at the Rec. It finished Aldershot 1, Barnet 1.
Yeah, couldn't split them at the start. We couldn't split them at the finish. It's finished 1-1 here at the Rec. Aldershot's terrific home record continuing. And it was an equaliser from John Challinor that secured them a point. We'll get a reaction from the managers and reaction from Ian Snowden when we come back.
Handling people carrier on the road, the Sun. The most striking impression is how expensive it feels. Autocar. And the best quote of all, it's yours from £229 a month at 3.9% APR. Classic movements from the Ford Focus C-Max Compact MPV.
Stimulated by sport. Read Johnny Wilkinson in the Six Nations Handbook, only in the new Saturday Times.
Whatever happens in your life, you're still the same person to us. That's why Nationwide always offer great mortgage rates to everyone. whether you're a first, second, or even a fifth-time buyer.
Broadband offers a choice of high-speed internet packages from as little as $15.99 a month, including modem and completely free setup. To order, call Tiscali Broadband free on 0800 107 9000 or visit tiscali.co.uk.
There is a machine. It's faster, sleeker, and more technologically advanced than ever before. Introducing the new XDA2. See what you can do. O2.
Absolutely. Could I go ahead?
Sorry, madam. Whiffs a bit, doesn't it? What she uses just doesn't keep this place fresh. I should wait until you get home.
It's your who said things about you behind your back. Harpic 2-in-1 is the only clip-on that fragrances continuously, even without flushing. So your loo is clean and fresh at every visit.
Ah, madam. We're always fresh these days. Take a seat.
Harpic 2-in-1. What does your loo say about you?
A new weekly magazine for men has arrived. Zoo Weekly. Wholesome weekly chunks of girls, football and funny stuff. This week, Jordan goes from the jungle to zoo.
My boys can't get enough of it.
All the balanced nourishment men go for, with tooled-up coppers versus UK gun gangs. Zoo! All the weekly goodness a man needs.
Now you get a choice of 4 movies on DVD to keep when you order garlic bread and a large pan or Italian pizza. All for just $13.99 at Pizza Hut.
Welcome back. Finished Aldershot 1, Barnet 1 in difficult conditions here at the Rec. Ian Snowden's been watching alongside me. About fair, you'd have to say?
Yeah, I think both managers will be happy with a point in the end, Rob. Hard-fought game and a point well-deserved by each team.
OK, let's get some reaction from the man of the match. The 2 goal scorers, in fact, both speaking with Johnny Phillips.
Matt, that was an exciting debut, wasn't it?
Yeah, very exciting. It was nice to score. A bit disappointed we didn't get the win, but I think we can say it's a good point at the end of the day.
Was that just a flick on, or were you intending to aim for the goal?
I've been working on it in training this week, and I just flicked on it, just happened to go in, which was nice.
And then a minute later, there was a possibility you could have been sent off.
No, I miskicked the ball, and I just tried to block his run, and our legs tangled. So.
Did you fear the worst?
Not really. I thought I just got tangled. So.
John, if we can bring you in, it looked like really tough conditions out there. Some slog.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we kept on going. We didn't think the goal was going to come. The wind was against us first half. But to be fair to the lads, we kept on going, and the goal came. Obviously, I hit the bar as well. But and then at the end of the day, we got the break. We kept on going, and it was a good performance, I thought, overall. So.
When the chance did hit the bar, did you feel it might not have been your day?
Well, yeah. I mean, as soon as it come back and Adam got the rebound as well, we thought, but we knew we'd keep on going. We keep the work rate up, and we knew it would come in the end. So, and that's the basis of our season: attacking, and eventually the goals will come.
Brilliant, well done today. Cheers.
Matt Redmile was there, but then Martin Allen grabbed him and took him off. I mean, he did more work than anybody. Did Martin Allen on the side of the pitch? He's amazing.
He's unbelievable. The pair of them as well, Adrian Whitbread. Oh, dear me! I tell you what, the players must know that they've been in a game when they get in that dressing room.
Dear me. OK, he was the man of the match, Matt Redmile, and on his debut as well. And it was quite a debut as well, wasn't it? I mean, fair dues to the guy. He looked a little ring rusty later on, but he was terrific, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was terrific. As we see, he's a big lad. He puts himself about, and you couldn't get a better debut. He scored a goal. He's won his fair share of tackles. This one with a timely interception as well. And he's had a fair debut for Barnet. Martin Allen will be well pleased.
Yeah, and this was his key contribution in the first half. A little flick header that put Barnet by 1-0 up.
Yeah, it was, as I said half-time, Rob. I don't think he was aiming for goal. It was just a matter of him flicking it on and hoping that somebody gets on the end of his flick, but he's managed to go in at the far post.
OK, the manager will be absolutely delighted with him, no doubt about that. Let's speak to Martin Allen. He's at John.
Martin, a point's a good result here, but were you unhappy rather not to hold on for the win?
Yeah, I thought it was a very good performance. The players were totally committed, showed a lot of quality. We tried to pass it on a very wet pitch, played very well, I thought. And before commenting on the goal that we've conceded, I'd like to see that on a video again. But the total commitment of our players, like I say, and the quality in the performance. You come away from home and playing a game like this, the goalkeeper hardly touches the ball. It's you've got to hold your hands up and say they've done very well.
What was your initial thoughts on the goal you conceded?
Oh, I'm not going to go into that. I don't make those comments until I've actually seen it, and obviously you don't like to concede any goal, but it was a bit disappointing.
Yeah, we have got it. If you want to have a look at the monitor, just have a quick look at the goal.
Not really, because I'll probably do a Johnny Rotten.
Well, the goal's here. Do you want to have a quick look? No.
Well, I sit down and study it. Like I say, I certainly ain't going to stand there and do a Johnny Rotten. My players gave everything they've got, and I'm very proud of them. And if they keep that sort of performance up to the end of the season, 13 games to go, and we won't be far off.
Yeah, well, you're still very well placed. I mean, playoff push right on there.
Yes, we're doing okay. And if they keep playing like that, with the new players that have come in recently have done very well, and we'll keep working hard. And we won't be too disappointed about not actually winning here, because coming away to they third or fourth in the league, it's always going to be tough. But like I say, there was I don't think our goalkeeper had a great deal to do.
All right, thanks for talking to us.
Pleasure.
Cheers.
Thank you.
If the producers of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here are looking for next year's contestants, easy man, isn't he?
I tell you what, he makes John Lydon look like a choir boy. I'm telling you, if he got in there, the jungle, they wouldn't know about it.
Honestly, we're watching him on the side of the pitch. We don't know, watching the game at home, but on the side of the pitch, he never stops. I'd hate to be playing on the sort of right back or whatever, right next to him.
But that's it. That's the way he is. That's the way he used to play football, Rob. And he's just shouting encouragement on as well. He's not having to go at his players. He's just encouraging them.
Yeah, he also gets lost in it as well at the side of the pitch. It was like he was as a player. He just gets so involved in it, doesn't he, kind of thing?
Yeah, I think that's good from a manager. I like that kind of enthusiasm as a manager myself. I like to be right in there and putting points over while the game's going on, as you can see him now.
Okay, I think that is, keep your eye on the ball. And for lip readers, please don't write in, because
look at it.
He gets carried away. But you love to see it, though, don't you? He's a character.
Of course they do.
Terrific.
And the supporters like to see that. The home supporters like to see some enthusiasm on the line. They don't like a manager that just sits there and writes notes. They like somebody right in there amongst the action.
Yeah, delighted with a point. Sort of delighted with a point. Let's get more reaction from the Aldershot perspective by speaking to Terry Brown. He's with John.
Terry, was that the hardest game you've had down here this season?
One of the most difficult, very good side, Barnet. I thought they came at us, and certainly with a better side in the first half. Winning 1-0 down. A little bit disappointed with the injuries we picked up again, because we're starting to struggle on them now. Had to make some changes. Very pleased and very proud of the boys in the second half, because we had to attack them, put another forward on. Went through out front, and I thought without creating too many chances and without making their keeper work enough, I thought we deserved the draw in the end.
Why didn't they make the keeper work enough? Was that down to the conditions?
No, I think it's down to Barnet really, and their work rate and how hard they work to stop you playing. They were looking to slow the game down in the second half, as we would have done, and obviously I was just pleased.
Okay, well, in terms of where the future goes from here, you're still right in there in terms of the playoffs. Can you make a push for the automatic spot, or is that out of reach now?
No, I think Chester have got the pressure on them, and I'm sure Barnet, ourselves, Hereford and the rest of the chasing pack will all keep giving it their best. Realistically for us, our best chance is the playoff, and if I can get all my best players fit, and I think we missed Roscoe the same today a little, then I think we got as much chance as anybody in there.
Is the size of your squad something that's starting to worry you?
It wasn't up until a week ago, but unfortunately it is now.
Okay, well, thanks for talking to us. Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, still doing so well. The only part-time club in the top 6. Do you think that'll count against them in the end?
I don't know. When we were professional at Doncaster full-time, it sometimes part-time teams come to a professional team and raise the game, to be quite honest. So I don't know, Rob, but always it is better to be full-time.
Okay, well, John Challinor got the equaliser. We'll have a look at that in a second. But he gave Barnet good notice, served notice on them when he rattled the woodwork, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. He's just picked a ball up. He's come a yard off his defender, turned with it, and he struck a terrific right foot shot. Keeper just having a look, really. He was beaten. He was beaten, and terrific strike.
You have to say as well, difficult conditions and quite a strong wind at his back there. That I would imagine Terry Brown will be disappointed in a way that they didn't make him work a bit more.
Yeah, that's right. Martin Allen's just saying that his keeper didn't really have a lot to say, and to be honest, Terry Brown was quite honest. He said they didn't work the keeper as much as they'd like to. But all credit to Barnet. That's the defence. As he said, they've worked extremely hard and they've kept Aldershot down to a minimum.
Let's have a look at the equaliser. Martin Allen seemed to be a bit perplexed and a bit confused and not angry about it. Has he seen something that we haven't with this?
Well, I just think they've worked extremely hard, Rob, all night, and I think they could have closed the ball, the actual ball that's gone into the box, a little bit quicker.
Is he shown for offside?
He seems to have ages to just put the ball into the box. Two Aldershot attackers at the back post. They got enough bodies in there, really, but just didn't pick up the players. Didn't pick up that second ball that were headed back across goal.
Redmile and Maddox were terrific, you'd have to say, throughout the game. It was the one moment when they got their wires crossed, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, you'd expect him to be good at this level. Danny Maddox is a very, very experienced league player, and Redmile himself has played league football, so you would expect him to stand out a little bit at this level.
Barnet could have killed the game. They were 1-0 up when Simon Clist, who had a terrific game, actually, in the middle of the midfield, had a really good chance, and it was in the end a good save from the substitute keeper who came on, Richard Barnard.
Yeah, good little move. Grazioli there did exceptionally well. Little dummy. Yakubu there just
couldn't steady himself quite, could he?
No, it would just
get him out of his feet.
I think he just slipped a little bit just as he were going to put it in there, but keeper did well. The substitute keeper who come on, Bernard, and saved well down.
OK, let's have another look at a good chance that a man we talked about at half-time, Adam Miller, who showed touches of class, didn't he, that this was his best moment.
Yeah, as I said at half-time, he's better in forward positions, and that just showed running at the heart of Barnet's defence. Another right foot shot, tested the keeper. Probably his only save he's had to do really all evening, but I'd just like to see Adam Miller doing that further up the field.
Barnet could have maybe won it right at the end. Ben Strevens with it was half a chance after a mistake, after the goalkeeper lost his bearings, really, just here. Lost the ball. Great block.
It was the lad Johnson that's come on. He didn't really know where his keeper were. I don't think his keeper were talking to him too much. Headed it down. The keeper should have definitely got on it first time, but great block there as Strevens has hit the shot. The lad's thrown his body on the line and actually blocked the shot.
Let's have a look at the top of the table. It's pretty much as you were in terms of Barnet and Aldershot, a point closer to Chester, 8 points behind now. OK, let's have a look what's coming up for you here on Sky Sports. Like golf, AT&T Pebble Beach now, Sky Sports 2, and Davis Cup Tennis, USA versus Austria, now Sky Sports 3. Hearts versus Celtic, Scottish Cup action, 4th round tomorrow at midday, Sky Sports 2. And Ipswich versus Wigan from the Nationwide Division 1, 5:30 Sky Sports 1. The football on Sunday, Manchester City versus Birmingham is the Premiership Plus game, 1:30, channel 433. And Super Sunday comes from Stamford Bridge, Chelsea versus Charlton, Sunday at 3 o'clock, Sky Sports 1. They'll be there at the end of the season, won't they, those two?
Definitely. I think the pair of them will be in the playoffs.
Yeah. OK, so how good was your goal then? The first league goal you scored. Where was it? Which end was it?
It was, Rob. It was in that goal there.
Was it? Yeah.
There was about 30 spectators behind the goal, and to be honest,
we've only got 10 seconds left. He's going to keep going. He'll take
it was
another
absolutely
hour. And it's one of those that gets further out.
I originally got it off the goalkeeper and then set off on a run.
Finished 1-1 here, Aldershot and Barnet. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.